Good afternoon, everybody. This is Phobos in Adamant. Friends call me Phobos, and today we'll be taking a look at Grim Dawn: Forgotten Gods. This is an ARPG, the second expansion of Grim Dawn, first being Ashes of Malmouth, and it's made by Crate Games, who are the creators of Titan Quest back in the day. I do quite like ARPGs, and this should be good. They've been really good quality stuff so far, so I guess we'll see how it goes. I'll just start it up now. I'm quite a way in, obviously. I'm a level 59 pyromancer, which is I think an occultist and a demolitionist. So I like to make things explode, so I'll just load it in and see what happens. So where I left things off, I just liberated Malmouth, which was a town here in Cairn, of the ethereal invasion, which, just a quick rundown, the ethereals invade a kind of medieval world, just starting to get gunpowder and things like that, and they're kind of invaders from another plane of existence, and stuff goes down, governments get toppled or infiltrated, and it's then a fight between the ethereals, the survivors, and blood worshippers of a dead god called Cthulhu. In the base game, you focus on a bit of both, but in the end you focus on dealing with Cthulhu, who was a more urgent threat. In the first expansion, Ashes of Malmouth, you then go to the ruins of the town Malmouth, which have been taken over by the ethereals in the meantime, and help the resistance there fight back. I'm not sure what the main threat will be in this game, this expansion, so I'm gonna find out where the new quest is. Let me just look. An itch from the back of your mind. Brief visions of a stranger beckoning your return to town. Devil's Crossing, Malmouth. Okay, so for ease of use, I'm just going to pop back to... Ooh, new map. Nice. I'm going to pop back to Devil's Crossing, which is one of the main towns where this messenger will hopefully be.
So, another monster has been banished from this world. You're beginning to give me hope that some...
Yeah, that's an old one. Oh, follow the star on the map, that would probably help. Oh, this looks safe.
Ah, we speak at last. As I am sure you know, there are many who now cast their gaze upon you, traveller. Or should I say, taken. Some who mean you ill, some who fear your potential. Then there are those who command me. They have taken great interest in your accomplishments. It appears you may be just the one we require.
You require me for what?
I cannot speak of such things in this place. The cursed gaze of our foes is cast upon us here, so I will be brief. Great powers are gathering within the distant lands of the fallen Corvan people, and the Great Eye has decreed that you must play a part, whatever that may be. Will you answer our summons? Will you join me through the portal? Or do the mortal concerns of these people outweigh the calls of fate?
Give me one sec, guys. I'm just going to tweak my audio because I'm currently being deafened. Let me try that.
Not speak of such things in this place.
Bit better.
The cursed gaze of our foes is cast upon...
Let me try again.
so I will be brief. Great powers are gathering within the distant lands of the
who are these
fallen
masters of
Corvin.
yours?
I am sorry, I cannot say more here. All you need to know is that you have mutual interests and the same enemies. But if we work together, we can triumph where the individual cannot.
Where is this land of the Corvin people?
Far to the east, beyond mountains and rivers. Weeks of travel by foot. A mere instant through an eldritch gate. My masters have granted me the means to return there, but only if accompanied by you. I will not fail in this task.
Okay then, well let's go. The Emissary's Rift. Okay, let's make a start. I do have a couple of older quests that I didn't finish, I'll just black those out, so the only quest should be for the expansion. Here we go. Well, as to be expected, sandy. And a reverse rift. So, for those who are new to Grim Dawn, I'll just bring up the map. So, as you can see, scattered around the world are rifts like this. This one. Some you come close and they'll immediately become active, other ones you have to fight to gain control of, and these just let you fast travel around. So if I wanted to, like you saw earlier, I can fast travel around the world, and you can create your own little personal rift and then head to any of the larger ones you've discovered, or head from any large one to any other larger one. So that's the fast travel of the game, and let's see what the Emissary wants.
So, you have come, as the Oracle of Dreeg had foreseen. But are you truly prepared for what's in store for you in this forsaken land?
What is this place?
You are in the Corvin Basin, a land ravaged by gods and man alike. A land whose secrets are now coveted by a determined few. As for this camp, this is the Conclave of the Three, a gathering of occultists, warlocks and witches that serve the witch gods. Here the three cults set aside their disagreements and join as one against our mutual foes. Foes which threaten your existence as well, I might add.
What do you need me for then?
The three have decreed that I seek out worthy allies in our battle against a common foe. But are you indeed the one we seek? First, you must prove yourself.
As you can see, I am playing on GOG. I do prefer GOG to Steam generally, because DRM free for the win. What do I need to do?
Go to the center of the camp before the statues. Kanatha, mistress of the Sentinels, awaits you to begin the Eldritch rites. Conquer whatever horrors assault you from the Eldritch realm, and we shall have our answer.
May I ask a question, which I might point out is already a question, so it's a bit redundant, but here we go. May I ask a question?
In time, all your questions will have answers of their own. But first, the rites.
Yep, that's nice and vague. Okay, I'll take on your challenge.
I'll see what's left of my wares.
So yeah, like most anybody with ARPG experience is pretty standard. So you've got vendors, standard people, a smuggler who carries your own stash around.
I'll hold on to that for you.
I'll just chat to some people before I go on. Did you not hear me? Let me spell it out for you. Leave me alone. The less time I spend in this forsaken, sand-covered armpit of the world, the better. And you serve no purpose but to slow me down. Now leave me alone so I can get my work done and get out of here. I'm inquisitive, so what's wrong? You're really not listening, are you? You want to know what's wrong? They dragged me out to this forsaken furnace on a fool's errand to chase some hopeless maniac through the desert. My clothes are soaked with sweat. That is until it all evaporates under this slith sun. My skin burns, there's sand in everything, and there isn't much as a drop of booze as far as the eye can see. To top it all off, I lie awake, freezing to death with all manner of ghastly beasts spending the night screaming and moaning at each other at the edge of the camp. So you could say I'm a bit upset at my current situation. Now get lost and let me finish my work. That does sound pretty terrible. Well, officially done talking now. Okay, thanks. Fine. Let's see if Garrus is a bit more friendly. Greetings, friend. Oh, that's good stuff. Greetings, friend. I know when somebody's carrying coin and you've got your share. Care to make an exchange for some iron bars? What would I want those for? I offer a humble service, no strings attached. Bring me an iron bit and I'll exchange them. You receive iron bars. Pass these on to your allies or perhaps your alter ego. If they bring them to me, I'll happily take them off your hand. So that's for people playing multiplayer. I assume that's why you can trade some cash around. I'm on solo at the moment, so I guess another time. Ooh. Apologies, 1 second. And we're back. Sorry about that. Oh, and again. Oh, my computer's not playing ball today, is it? There we go. Okay. Hi, Alicia. Hello there, brother. You look lost. Is there something I can help you with? Perhaps you have some questions I don't answer. Who is the emissary? Well, no, that's a good question. The emissary has been in service of the three for a long time. Some say since the beginning, which would make him hundreds of years old. I don't know how much truth there is to that, but there is no doubt that he's one of their most fervent servants. He goes where the three will not, recruiting talented individuals in their name, or scouring them from existence should their refusal be perceived as a threat to the gods. I suspect many here were once recruited by him, including yours truly. You were recruited by the emissary? Yes, I certainly was. It's not the happiest of tales, but it all worked out in the end, I suppose. I was 14 at the time. My parents had fallen ill to a pox that claimed countless lives across the countryside. Things were not looking good, but we were running out of money. The little bit of medicine I could afford was quickly running out. One day, while I was out in the market trying to scrounge up some coin for the meagre goods we had, I began hearing voices, but they did not originate from anyone nearby, only I could hear them. They told me things I thought impossible at first. I was rightfully scared and didn't know what to make of it. I thought I was going mad, but in them was wisdom. I just didn't know it at the time. It wasn't long before my mother succumbed to the pox. I had to bury myself as my father was too weak. As tears streamed down my cheeks, I vowed not to let it happen again. I listened to the voices and through them learned tricks beyond mortal limits. I hurt some people, but I was able to earn enough money and food for my father's medicine. The day father got out of bed for the first time in weeks, a stranger came to me on the road. A hood cloaked his features, and he introduced himself only as the emissary. He told me the voices I was hearing were not of my failing sanity, but instead they were a gift. He told me that I was right to listen, but now the time had come to pay for my gifts. Father's life in exchange for my service. He said that I should keep listening to the voices, to follow them, wherever they lead, but I will never see my father again. To deny them was to deny the call of a god. I felt that I had no choice. I wrote father a note and left him in the middle of the night. The emissaries were not wrong. The voice led me to Stonereach, a coven of witches in the service of the three, where I homed my powers and embraced my calling. I do not know what happened to father, but given that it happened across Cairn, I can only imagine if shared his fate if I didn't leave. What is this place? This is a gathering of those faithful to the three. A convergence of powers this world has not yet seen. All of us were caught here, much like you were. The three? Are you really out of your element? The three, the witch gods. Here we go. Bismil, Drieg, and Soleil. The very reason why we stand here today, to this day. We are all of us bound to their will. To serve them is to have purpose. And now you have been called into their service as well. What are we doing here? Each of us have a role to play. All of us are here because the three around us. A forgotten threat rises to the north, one that may consume this land if we falter or delay. There are some in the camp who are sceptical of this, but they are fools for questioning the gods. The threat is real, and we will know it soon enough. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Okay, there's more people to talk to, but I don't want to spend too much time talking when I should be demonstrating. I did pick up a book here, as you can see there, Worthy Purpose, which these books and notes provide some good lore, like this one here. So I'll grab them now and I'll read them later in my own time. It's a very pretty game, this, and I think this desert motif worked quite well so far. Lots of people to talk to. Okay, let's talk to Kanatha.
The emissary warned me of your coming, but whether you may remain here is not a matter of his choosing. I will decide who stays and who dies. Are you prepared to face the trials?
What are these trials?
Save your questions for the scholars. If you are to survive out here, then you must be tested against the terrors of the Eldritch Realm. Are you prepared to begin or not?
At the risk of pissing you off, what is your role here?
Right now, my role here is to determine whether you are worth the risks of bringing into our fold. Now, are you ready to begin or not?
Oh well, guess I'm ready. Here we go. Ah! And this is where many explosions happen, because I'm a demolitionist. Or a pyromancer, I've got I don't want to talk to you now, bugger off. And I'm dead. Well, yeah, I think I just made it.
The emissary was right, as usual. You have earned the right to stand among us in the real trials to come.
Thanks. I enjoy getting through on technicalities. Okay. What is your role here?
By the blessing of the Covenant, I am the mistress of the Sentinels. Those sworn to guard the interests of the three and the survival of our people answer to me. They swear their oaths to the gods and to me.
What trials await us?
Our battle against the fiery fury boiling beneath the sands, of course. A forgotten god stirs. An ancient enemy of mankind threatens to destroy us all. We must rise to face this threat before all is lost.
And your role here?
By the blessing of the Covenant, I am the mistress of the Sentinels.
I just asked that, didn't I?
Those...
Okay. So I'll just pick up my loot. Anybody who hasn't played an ARPG before, I'm imagining if you're watching this you probably know, but I'll just say anyway. Main idea is to just grab my experience from where I died, to blow stuff up, kill stuff, take the loot, earn more loot, to kill more stuff to earn more loot, and then kill more stuff to earn more loot, also killing more stuff to earn experience points, to level up, to... not that button. Which one is it? That one. To increase the number of skills. And in Grim Dawn's case, after a certain amount of time, you can create... I started out as a demolitionist, which involves blowing stuff up. And then I got a second class as an occultist, which lets me... Oh, I forgot. I can do 7, 8. It allows me to do this. And call my lovely Hellhound and Raven. As well as blow stuff up. Anyway, yeah, to level and blow stuff up in order to get more loot. It's pretty cyclical. A word that I can't pronounce. You know what I mean. It's a circle. It's a circle. And the circle involves blowing stuff up. And I appreciate that. And the story's quite nice too. It's a nice, in-depth, otherworldly, eldritch, ethereal threat to humanity. And you're the chosen one because someone hanged you. Long story. Yeah.
The oracles of Dreeg spoke of your arrival. Their mad choir whispers of you marching alongside our forces into the tomb of the Eldritch Sun and emerging triumphant. But even their eyes cannot peer into what I offer. The Shattered Realm is unlike anything mankind has ever witnessed, teeming with wealth and power beyond imagining. But also dangers, not unlike those that we face even now on Care. But before you can enter this treacherous reality, I must know that you're indeed the one the oracles speak of. Earn your place within our camp, and we can speak more of the Shattered Realm's mysteries.
What is the Shattered Realm?
It is very much a reflection of our own physical reality, but broken and distorted. Whatever entity crafted this realm, it seems it has long vanished, and with its absence, the world crumbles. As far as I know, it goes on forever, but as its light fades, so the insatiable darkness consumes it. The deeper you dig, the tougher the opposition may become. Occasionally, you may encounter powerful guardians of the realm that will seek to stop you. But should you triumph against them, vast wealth awaits. Upon entering the Shattered Realm, you will appear within a shard. The way forward will only open once you've gathered enough souls from its forsaken denizens. I shall keep the way open for you, so that you can return during your current journey.
How can I prove myself?
The Shattered Realm is not some playground. It carries great risks, and I must know you are prepared. Speak to the emissary, earn a right to battle alongside one of the cults gathered here, and we shall speak again.
Okay, so that sounds like a bit of side questy stuff to go along with the main story. Always good. I found Grim Dawn itself and all of the Ashes of Malmouth stuff. It was really, really quite a nice amount of content for the price. So let's go back and talk to the emissary.
I could hear the battle from here. So then, are you ready to open your eyes to powers beyond imagining? To secrets better left uncovered?
Yeah, probably. So why did you bring me here?
Ah, yes. Ever driven by action. I admire your conviction. The fated hour is nearly upon us. Soon we shall strike as one against our formidable foe. But we cannot act brashly. Precautions must be taken. Each of the cults is preparing in their own way. Speak to the masters of the cults of Bismiel, Dreeg, and Salile. Learn of their methods and align yourself to one cause. Draelus, Basilla, and Sagon are already expecting you.
Why must I choose a cult?
While we may be allies in this endeavor, the cults do not always see eye to eye on all matters. It is best for the sake of peace that you assist only one of the cults. Do not be concerned, though. The others will not see you as a foe for your decision. Not here. Besides, you may not find all the methods we employ agreeable. Speak to the cult leaders, learn of their ways, and make your choice.
And which cult do you belong to? I'm guessing probably none of them, but here we go.
When I first stood before the witch gods, I said to them that I shall serve in this life, and the next if need be. But I shall only ever serve the three. Not Bismiel, not Drieg, not Salile. And so, I am the herald of the gods, the one who spreads their message and finds worthy allies. All the cults look to my guidance. Even the gods have sought my counsel in the past.
Okay, I'll speak to them.
I'll give you a good price of what I've got left.
Basilia, Draelus, and Sargon. Okay, this is Basilia.
You've been quite a sight since entering our camp. I'm shivering with anticipation for what's next. But will you be at my side? Or would you rather waste your time on the minions of Drieg and Salile?
I think she is the one from the previous loading screen for Ashes of Malmouth. You'll know the ones. If you know anything about Ashes of Malmouth. You serve... you serve Bismiel. Or should I help you?
My dear, who needs to see the future when you can manipulate it from the shadows? Salile would have you play with fire and get burnt. But Bismiel offers you the true gifts of the Eldritch realm. Every hound, every raven, every fiend that's ever crossed the Veil can and will serve the Schemer. All are bound within the web. No move can be made without tugging at the strings, until finally, the spider strikes.
So Bismiel is a spider?
Bismiel is like a Dreadweave widow. Sultry, manipulative, and deadly. But no, she is not a spider in the physical sense. The Schemer takes on many forms, all a means to an end. A pompous oligarch, an unassuming beggar, a seductress. All the faces of Bismiel. If you would ever be so blessed to witness her true form, then you are already dead.
This is probably a
A
repeat.
favorite legend
No?
among the rabble is that the secrets of the Eldritch realm were whispered in the goddess's ear by a spider. I believe it happened on a night of fire and passion, of betrayal and lust for power. The Lady of Whispers always gets her way in the end. It was by her machinations that the Empire's Inquisitors spent centuries aimlessly hunting for the witch god cults, their efforts confounded by the endless weave of decoys and lies. Only a select few are trusted in knowing the span of Bismiel's web. I have the honor of sitting at its center.
Cool and creepy. Alright, I'll go and talk to the others and see what their cults are all about first before I make a decision. Looks like one's just over here. He's not one of them, but he's got a quest.
Well, look what we've got here.
Me, apparently. Decision. Seems the Emissary has left you with a bit of a choice to make, friend. Which will it be? Bismiel and her web of lies, Drieg with his fancy visions, or maybe Salale with ritual sacrifice? That last one sounds like a winner to me. He doesn't serve any, but which do you serve? What, me? I certainly don't serve any of them. I serve the god of making Riggs a wealthy man. Then what are you doing here? Well, I'm what you might call a supplier, a purveyor of particular goods, if you will. I have a special talent of finding high-end and difficult to acquire objects. Things this crew here can't seem to get enough of, particularly since they set out on their little crusade here. Something about a long-forgotten god in the end of the world or some such. Sounds like business as usual for me. A wise man once said, where there's a fight, there's a fortune to be made. Who said that? I bet it was Riggs. Me, you fool. Ha ha. I just said that. It was a joke, you see. So you're a merchant? Well, that's an oversimplification. You see, those other trash peddlers down there, they got it all wrong. Selling good for iron bits is Charles' game. A man isn't going to get rich playing games. No, my friend, I trade only in the finest goods. For favours. Favours from very powerful people. Favours that I'll be cashing in when I see fit. So you just give them things? No, I don't think you're listening to what I'm saying here. I give them things in exchange for favours. They're in my debt. They owe me, you see? There are people all over the Sound that owe me, from emperors to dung sifters. The living, the dead, it makes no difference. They're in my debt. And when I need it most, I'm going to come calling. That's wealth right there. So how are you going to make them pay you? Ah, that's the genius of it there. So many people across the land are in my debt, you never know who they might be or what they might be capable of. Say I make a deal with the wealthy merchant, then later on when I come to collect my debt, he doesn't feel like paying. I pleasantly remind him that there's a lot of other folks looking to make good on their debts, and then leave him to think about who else might owe me and what they might be willing to do to pay up. That usually works. If it doesn't, I just get one of my debtors to come and tune him up a bit. Sometimes you need to send a message to anyone else who might be thinking about defaulting on their debts, but most folks are glad to pay out when it comes time. It's a relief of sort. You have anything for me? See, now you're getting it. That's what I'm talking about. He wants to make a deal. Let me think for a second. Yes, come to think of it, I think I do have something for you. You know what I mean? You know what this means, of course? You're going to owe me and someday I'm going to come collect. What do you think? Sure, let's do it. Plus one. Looks like a half decent chest armour with a +1 summon hellhound, which is obviously what I've got, and a bit of bonus damage to pets. It's a bit low. I don't know. I might just pay that back. I'll tell you what, if you come back sometime, I might even have something else for you. Of course. Well, not the bestest starts, but hopefully that can be improved. Let me just have a quick look at it. I don't have enough spirit for it anyway. That one? One of these. I will need to sort my inventory out. Yeah, you get a legendary every time you beat an expansion / the main game. Look at my luck, I get 2 lots of boots. Boots for killing a blood god and boots for killing an ethereal monster. Couldn't have been gloves or a hat. I would have taken a hat. So that's the one. And it's got better armour and decent punch for the pets. It's not epic, of course. I need quite a bit more spirit to get that to work, so maybe later. Let's talk to Dradeless.
The weeping spines do not lie. You have come to fragment the memories of the forgotten. But who will stand by your side? Will you step into the spider's web? Or will you kindle the flame? Or perhaps you will weep for the eye that sees all.
You serve Dreeg. Why should I help you?
Much purpose flows within you. Allow me to temper that potential. Through the great Guardian's eyes, we shall divine the true path beyond humanity's struggles. Let the others play with their eldritch toys and arcane spectacles. It falls upon us to strike the balance.
Dree can see the future.
The strands of fate have been exposed to his infinite gaze. His wounds weep for our future, just as his reach seeks a path through the calamities that still await.
What can you tell me about Dreeg?
Dreeg is the oldest of the witch gods. He sought to know all, to witness the truth in the fabric of our reality. He cast aside the ancient warnings, threw caution to the wind, and reached beyond the curtain that seeks to blind us of true sight. Even his knowledge and wisdom did not prepare him for what he witnessed. The event changed him irrevocably, and while his mortal eyes were forever blind, so his eldritch eyes had opened. For the first time in his life, Dreeg saw the world for what it truly was, and he saw rot. Dreeg does not distract himself with the folly of mortal pursuits. In the end of all things, we must strike balance.
Cool pitch. I'll come back later, maybe. And just find the last one, the Soleil. Soleil. Worshippers somewhere. There they are. Another note.
You show promise. Perhaps you would be of value to Soleil. It remains to be seen if the emissary was right about you.
You serve Soleil. Why should I help you?
Soleil does not need your help, but that does not mean we cannot benefit one another. Only those willing to make any sacrifice, to go to any ends necessary, are of use to Soleil. The world is ripe with power for the taking, if you have the will to claim it. Bismil and Dreeg hope to manipulate events to glean a favorable future. Soleil knows that the mighty carve their own future.
Soleil seems cruel.
Cruel? The world is cruel. Soleil expects great sacrifice, yes, but in return he gifts us with unfathomable power. What god worshipped in the fallen empire can offer the same? Soleil is the youngest of the three, but do not mistake that for weakness. His mastery of the Eldritch fire is without equal. The very essence of the Eldritch realm is for him to mold as he sees fit, and he shares this knowledge with his loyal servants. But such power does not come without sacrifice. Some must die so that others can bask in his glory. The ultimate display of loyalty.
Cool, I'm just going to back away quickly, run away. Of the three, I think I'm going to go with Bismil. A bit more my thing. Sneaky, summony stuff rather than creepy I see everything and kill yourself. So let's go with Basilia.
You've been quite a sight since entering, my dear.
I'll work with your
Who
cult,
needs
Basilia.
to see that what I've heard is true? You do have some sense to accompany your affinity for carnage. Together, we shall weave a web not even a god can escape.
What must we do?
The schemer's web demands my utmost attention. For now, speak to Elaine here at my camp. The forgotten god stirs within his temple, but plans have been set in motion to see to his destruction. Elaine has heard the lady's will and knows how to proceed. Speak with her. I am certain that you will not let me down.
Okay, I'll speak to Elaine. That's useful. Hi, Elaine.
So you've chosen to fight under Bismil's banner. A wise decision. In the end, we all serve Bismil's will. You might as well be doing so willingly.
What do you serve, Bismil?
To gaze upon Bismil's web is to witness the workings of the gods themselves. The schemer's cunning alone is worthy of reverence, to say nothing of her mastery of the summoning arts. I am blessed to know even a fraction of her vast network.
Okay, Basilia said to speak to you.
Yes, I have been tasked with the preparations for the upcoming battle, and you will assist me. The Lady of Whispers has decreed that we are to gather powerful essence from the guardians of Corvin temples. They call it blood of the Watchers, though it is not blood in the literal sense. It is pure arcane energy, turned solid within the shells of the stone guardians still roaming these lands. Find these infused animated Watchers among the ruins of the Carandox and the Temple of Osir to the north, and bring me their blood.
Okay, I'll get what you need. Okay, let's head out. Out onto the Corvin Plains. Ooh, that's pretty. Ooh, here we go. So yeah, my strategy, and it's worked so far, is just to have a big gun. Lots of stuff on the skill bar that goes bang in various ways. We've got flashbang, which has a chance of summoning a demon dog, which is always good. A couple of like breath wave attacks, shock jacks, which are always fun. A grenade, which bursts in a like electrical nuke. Molotov cocktail, which is self-explanatory. A useful one, which is the sigil of consumption, which creates a sigil on the ground. Anything over that takes damage and feeds my health, so I can tank a bit. Then there's madness, which just kind of throws off and confuses people around me when I get swarmed. And this one, oh, is this a new one? Is this oh, it's this one. Yes, it's just buffs. This one buffs my attacks to be acidic. So I pretty much sit back, let my pets do quite a bit of fighting, and then just spam a lot of explosives. And it's gotten me through the base game of the last expansion, so hopefully it will serve me pretty well in this one. Ooh, there's stuff happening over here. Oh. Ah, people. Only every now and then you'll find NPCs of various factions wandering the world. Some are friendly, some aren't. Often depend. In the original game, you have to make the choice between two separate factions with opposing belief systems, and obviously half of them help you, half of them attack you after you make that decision. It looks like this setup of three different but mutually beneficial allied groups is a bit different, but there might be a division at some point that will force us to turn on each other. I just shot yeah, why not? A shit ton of bugs. I shot a shit ton of bugs. Oh, nice. I'm just going to tweak the sound effects down quite a bit because the explosions are slightly deafening me. That's better. Hopefully the audio is okay. I am relatively new and I haven't quite got the hang of tweaking the audio yet. Hopefully it will suffice. Every now and again you get that enemies with a star over their head, and they're enemy heroes, and if you kill them you get a big XP boost, and they leave behind some goods. And for whatever reason, I wonder why it's not showing them. Probably hit a button. Yeah, there we go. K. Obviously quite a lot of it is either for a different character class or not strictly true. You can pretty much use anything with any class, but I find myself aiming more towards a shooty stuff. So things like two-handed access don't really interest me. But they're still useful to sell, but I have got yeah, a decent, almost 1 million coins, so it's not the most important thing to sell at the moment. Papa enters the bastion and curse through a rift in the necropolis and break the Chthonian seal. Want to start a save creature. Ah, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong quest. Let me get rid of those. Okay, so scour the ruins of the Temple of Osir and the Cairn Docks, located beyond the Corvin Plateau to the north. So I'm heading in the right direction. So a quick look down here. Let's tweak the audio again. Throughout the game, you collect, as well as items, you collect these little partial components, which you can bind. You see each one here. You have at the top. You have, you know, what the item is, and then you see halfway down it says bristly fur component, 90 health, 25% cost. So each component is something you can add on to an item, and it'll give you an extra boost or ability, and you can combine them up to make them more powerful. So that's what they are. Ooh. People who do not like bugs are not going to like this expansion one little bit. You can see that all the people dying on the sigil are giving me plenty of health to keep going. Or snakes. People who hate snakes as well. I hate it. Well, it's an Egyptian-style desert, so I'm going to assume that snakes are probably not the best fear to have when it comes to playing this. Probably going in vaguely the wrong direction, but also vaguely the right direction, so let's keep going. Oh, look, here's a rift, so we put some salt around it to control it, and then we can jump between here and anywhere else. As you can see, the base game was from Devil's Crossing is where you start, up to here. Yeah, here's the cutoff in Burrich, and then you had to work your way back and up round and up to the necropolis where the big last battle in the main game was fought. The first expansion unlocks everything north of Burridge, so through the Gloomwald, which is like kind of a misty, swampy place, through the Uden Bog, which is less misty but much more swampy place, and then up through a kind of occupied city. And this new expansion has a separate... I'd like to have some idea where this is in the world, that'd be nice, but yeah, it looks quite sizable for an expansion. I'm just going to fill in what I missed here before moving on. Ooh, look.
That skill's not ready.
ARPGs really do love their little ambushes. So, oh, that's an interesting thing. Pick it up. Oh, look, everybody just turned up behind you. Ooh, and I'm going to die if I'm not careful.
Do that yet.
You can't spam the health potion too hard. Ooh, look, I lost my dog. Hold on. Back.
That skill's not ready.
There you are. Okay. The one complaint I've always had about it is that when you do pick up these logs and journals and letters, they appear in your inventory and they're really hard to find in such a crowded inventory. So I've still got to keep getting a nagging feeling that I've got one from way back in the day, like one of the first. I keep looking through to make sure I haven't missed any from ages ago. So it's best to just add them in as soon as you get them, and then when you get a moment to look back and read them at your leisure. In fact, I might just have a look at a quick scan through. As you can see, there's a lot of notes. So you can pretty much plough through this and just enjoy the game as a cyclical. I'm gonna go with that. Blow stuff up, earn money, earn loot, earn experience, keep going. But there is quite a nice, rich lore behind it as well, if you actually are interested in it. Lots of different factions, lots of backstory. Now, where did that go? History Arcovia? It's not there. Not there. What of Cairn? No. There it is, Corbin. Yeah, nothing too important to the immediate. Let's have a look in this hole. There's quite a lot of, as with most RPGs, there's quite a lot of dungeons and like smaller areas in the world for you to go in. Usually have like a mini boss with some extra loot. And it's normally a good idea to clear them out just to earn some experience and get that nice completion vibe from an area. Oh, that's an attractive. Yeah, that's nice. I'm just gonna burn that with fire, just for my own sake of mind. Ah, shame really, I hate getting grubby. Haha, ha ha. Dangerous domain. Oh, never noticed this before. 200% of attack damage converted to health, minus 25 health. Okay, so that must be a new... I think I've never noticed this before, so this must, in my opinion, this is a new thing. It might have been there before, I just never noticed it. But this, yeah, it looks like it in this area. Enemies get a bonus, which is a nice idea. Forgive my ignorance if it is a long-standing game mechanic. I like to think of myself as pretty with it and able to see things, but every now and then there's an exception to the rule. Ooh, that's big.
That skill's not ready.
Sigil down and it melts. Oh, I need to take a look at the acid though. I find my skill set to be quite good at just laying down enough explosions and fire and having that shit sigil down, just enough AoE to destroy any mobs coming at you, and you just wear them down and then they get through with the gun. Really like I still really like the deserty environments. It's got a very nice atmosphere. Magic heavy pants, always the best. Assault cutlass, not really my thing, but I'll take it anyway. A shield, I do have a shield. What's it like? Mine's better. Yeah, I'll just leave the rest. Yeah, that's me pretty much done here. I'll just go around here in case anything else spawns. Nope. Okay, we're out of here. While I annihilate some mobs while I'm just filling up this area. Now, I've got a decent history of ARPG. I never played Diablo back in the day. I picked up Diablo 3 a while ago after I played a couple of other ARPGs and didn't particularly like it. It's a bit too simple, which I think is just the general opinion on it. I do really like Torchlight 2. And Torchlight, I like Torchlight 1 as well, but I think Torchlight 2 edges it just a bit more advantage. I haven't seen much of the new one coming out, but I'll look at it. If it's good, I might pick it up. I do like Path of Exile a decent amount. I did actually start replaying it recently. I normally prefer ranged characters, as you can see. I usually prefer ranged characters, but in PoE I'm just trying to I'm trying out a more melee focused class just to shake things up a bit for me. I'm too heavily invested with the Grim Dawn to go back now and do it all again from scratch. So if I ever do it, I'll finish this expansion first before I play around with anything else. I played a bit of Titan Quest. I quite enjoyed Titan Quest. I like the Greek aesthetic. But they've really added themselves when they made Grim Dawn. I think they made it much more streamlined, much more player friendly. Any other RPGs? I got Diablo 2 a couple of months ago and played it for just to see what the fuss is about, really, and it's good. I really enjoy it, and I might play some more of it, but too many other things to play at the moment. Sand. Hate it. It's coarse, rough, and it gets everywhere. And that was a, bad quotation of a mediocre film. I mean, I do quite like the prequels as a whole. Much better than the sequels. But, yeah. For anybody who is watching this, potentially, and hasn't read the original EU, the Thrawn trilogy, do yourself a faith and read that, and read what the sequel should have been. Ooh, mummies. I don't see any Egyptian influence here at all. Ooh. Mark of the Myrmidon. I think one of the main things I enjoy about Path of Exile, Grim Dawn, is it's got quite a nice variety of environments, especially now the expansion's out. Diablo, always dark and miserable. PoE's decent as well, but I don't know, if there was one main criticism of PoE, it's just the general. I don't want to say it's bland. I think it's just. I mean, it's bleak for a reason, because everything's bleak. But I think sometimes I just want a bit of colour, and there is colour some places. That's my initial impression of it. It did improve when I went back, but I still think it could be a tiny bit more interesting environments. Whereas Grim Dawn, you go from, squalid hamlet to mountains to necropolis, castles, swamps, and especially with this, just look at that. Beautiful. Nice use of colour. Grim Dawn was grim as well, obviously, in places, but I think it edged out PoE slightly. But this expansion has definitely raised the bar when it comes to environment quality and colour use. That's my opinion anyway. I think I'm still going in the right direction. Yeah. If you are watching this, I hope you're having a really nice day, or evening, or afternoon, or whenever. I just, you know, have a good one. Lie back and have a nice cold beer on me. Or coffee. Speaking of which, my coffee's now cold, because I was too invested in blowing stuff up that I forgot it existed. Anything useful? Good, but once again I haven't got spirit. A lot of these require spirit. Ooh. That looks quite nice, but I do I like the pet damage my coat currently has, but I'll take it anyway. I haven't really had difficulty with my current play style. See what I mean? Where did that go? Where did that note go? Ah, there it is. With my current layout, you know, I haven't got optimal gear or probably even optimal abilities really, but I'm happy with it, and I suppose that's really what counts. You develop your own play style. I just want to fill out that last dark bit because that's going to annoy me. At some point I'll ditch all my stuff at a vendor and just earn more money that I don't really spend anyway because I'm happy with what I got. Unless I get anything particularly stunning gear wise, I'll probably stick with what I've got a bit longer as well. I'm disappointed, like I said earlier, I'm disappointed that my second epic, or third? Is it anyone I got? Legendary, that's what I mean. I'm a bit bummed that my second legendary item was in fact the same type of legendary item I got the first time, only slightly better. I suppose I'd have been more annoyed if I'd gotten a second legendary item and it was slightly worse than the first legendary item I got. But there we go. That's the way the biscuit crumbles. It doesn't inhibit my ability to blow stuff up. So that's, I suppose, really what matters. With my faithful dog and bird companion. Solving crimes and taking names and chewing bubblegum, etc, etc. A lot of eldritch spirits around here. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, it's an axe, damn it. That's the first time I've ever found a legendary just lying around. And it's something I don't use, and I'm a bit bummed again. You talk about the legendary, you talk about how you're disappointed, and what happens? You get disappointed again. Ah, deep joy. Look at those statues. Ooh, that is pretty. Ooh, more of my guys. Not my particular guys, but guys who are kind of my guys. and another rift, which is nice. I should hopefully be closing on with that quest location now. I've reached the temple city. I might just, it looks like the quest is down there, hopefully in the tomb, so I'm going to make a beeline for that in aid of time. Oop, hang on. I take it that's the right direction, potentially. Maybe. Ooh, that's bad. Nothing a bit of explosives can put down. And bird and dog power. And my other little dog that appears every now and then when I blind someone. Which I quite enjoy doing. Can't go through that. And spam everything. And that works. Ooh. Yep, there's everything. Ooh, yep, I see a star, which means I'm on the right track. That might not be this way, I'll give it a quick look and see. I'm fairly certain I saw a... Yeah, there is one over there.
Can't do that yet.
Ooh, look at the watches. That's what I need. So I assume the other watches are somewhere around here. You gonna wake up? Nope. Resummon my stuff so they've got a bit more health. Ooh, level 60. Very nice. I'm gonna... I might check over there quick. Let me level up first, while I remember. What do I want? Interesting flaps, but okay. Let's grab a bit extra for the dog, and let's bump the main occultist path down a bit further. Also, because I always forget, let's add a bit more to spirit so I can potentially use some more armour. I'll quickly go and check and see if there's any objective-y stuff over here. Oh, there is. Speak of the devil. Or the Halgamaks. Speak of the Halgamaks. And all the raining lightning. It's raining lightning. Hallelujah, it's raining lightning. Every step I take. Second part of the watches. And pick one hand ranged. I keep thinking about trying out a dual pistol arrangement, but I haven't actually gotten there yet. Dueling pistols in Grimdawn is a bit odd. You need to have a crafted. I think I crafted it at some point. I've got a crafted either a medal or something or other that lets you. Is that it? It's a mark of Gunslinger Talisman. That's it. A symbol of expertise in the art of firing two pistols. So it lets you dual wield ranged weapons. But I like my one a bit more. There is crafting in here. You get components and monster bits and pieces, and the blacksmith can forge new stuff. It's quite a nice in-depth system, but quite simple. Can I not? Interesting. Oh no, a slight incline. Better go. Oh, there's a wall. Damn it. Should have kept my mouth shut. I would just like to find that final bit of blood from the Watcher, so it's probably one down that level before I sign off, so I'll just run back and go down the stairs. Yeah, I prefer my helm. My helm is awesome. If you didn't see on the... it's got a nice scary mask, which I appreciate. Let's go downstairs. There go my pets again. Here they come back. Ah, there you are. Kaboom. Black hand of... nope. Okay. Ooh, that looks quite nice actually. With a pet chance. Yeah, I think I'm gonna probably grab that. God, I wish there was something else. That looks nice too. Ooh. Is it any better than... no, it's not better than my current one. Well, it is, but it's got less stuff bolted onto it. Maybe. I'll have a look at that later. Where did the mace... the mace... so if I go to assign skill, I should be able to summon a thing? No? Granted skills, Conjure Devourer. Oh, it's a 30... oh, I see. I get it. It's a 30% chance on hit. Never mind. Still useful. I like crowding tons of pets at one. There he is, and he's gone again.
I can't carry anymore.
Yeah, I don't need it anyway. We've gathered the blood. I'm just going to take a quick gander around here and blow some stuff up and then head back.
Can't do that yet.
Ooh, they're not kidding. They're not messing around. Ooh, I'm going to die. Run away. I say we pull back and nuke the watchers from orbit. It's the... oh, damn it. Note to self, don't hit the Windows key. Chuck shit tons of stuff, and does any of it hit? Nope, but it looks fun. Now I lure him over and keep shooting. And he's dead. When in doubt, blow it up. It's pretty much every RPG's motto.
My inventory is full.
My inventory is full. Ooh, shrine. Something else that I can explain. In vague, non-helpful terms most likely, but I'll still try.
Can't do that.
When stuff stops raining on me from the sky and I'm gonna die. Come on, yes. Put a sigil down and have nothing walk into it, that's useful. I really like raining stuff down on you from on high in this expansion so far.
My inventory is full.
Let's combine some stuff, free up some space, grab a new bit. Kill him and them. Oh dear. Okay, now I've got some breathing room. No. Wait a minute. Yep, now I've got some breathing room. This is a shrine. As you can see on the world map, there are quite a lot of these little shrines dotted all over the world. All of which say restored. There'll either be standard ones where you just walk up to them and click them and they restore, or desecrated, or I think there's another kind, I can't remember, that you need to devote, you know, sacrifice items to, or I think a desecrated shrine, yeah, it summons what's trapped within, which will summon a bunch of a mob to fight. And once it's clear, you can go to devotion, and this is the other half of the leveling system. You have massive amounts of skill roots. And I was working towards something and I cannot remember what it is, so I'll do it later because I don't want to mess it up. You can respec, but let me just beat this guy. And as you can see, it gives you a reputation. Yeah, there's multiple. That's something else I haven't actually explained. There's multiple factions throughout the world. Some will always hate you. Some will always always tolerate you, and some changes depending on which side you pick. And the higher you get off of the enemies, the more spawns and more hero spawns. Enemies will start spawning like kill teams to try and get you, and friends will provide you with access to more faction vendors and things like that. Right, with that I'm gonna head back to the Conclave and turn in my quest.
Were Were you successful? Do you have
Yep.
the blood?
Is this what you seek?
Yes. The power coming off their blood is intoxicating. This is exactly what Bismiel demands. Here, small gift from the Eldritch Realm for your efforts.
Was there anything else?
What I must ask of you next is much more dangerous, but perhaps more exotic, depending on your taste for travel.
Where am I going?
Few mortals ever witnessed the splendor of the Eldritch Realm, but the Lady of Whispers has blessed us with a riftstone, granting us brief access to a secluded portion of her realm. Therein dwells a creature known as Galfang, the Night Terror. Bismiel has decreed that its time has come. Its essence will be made to serve. You are to enter the realm of the gods and track down this creature. Slay it, and bring me the core of eldritch energies that swirls within its chest. Bismiel demands it be so.
What is the Eldritch Realm?
I have never witnessed it for myself, but Basila has told us of its splendors. It is a reality quite unlike our own, with bizarre beasts and vegetation that strafe the edges of our comprehension. Sometimes these creatures breach the veil and enter our reality, as many had following the Grim Dawn and its effects upon the barrier between realities. The Eldritch Realm is a place of wild, untamed arcane energies, which the witch gods draw upon for their godly displays. They share but a taste of this power with their loyal servants in return for unflinching loyalty. Once you experience the euphoria of the Eldritch, you will forever crave more.
Okay, I'll track down the creature. And with that, I think I'm going to... Ooh, pretty. Oh, that's pretty. Very nice. Nice bit of environmental disparity. Okay, I'm going to end it there. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have all a very nice day. This has been Phobos and Adamant. Phobos to my friends talking. Goodbye.